Shengyu, 100 miles from Beijing. Farmers are attacked by armed thugs working for corrupt local officials who want to grab the fields for a state-owned power station. This was one of 87,000 officially recognized cases of public disorder in 2005. Six farmers were murdered. Villagers placed the bodies outside local party headquarters with a flag bearing the word, "Injustice."
The key problem is injustice. An unjust society lacks both a moral foundation and political legitimacy, so there's nothing to hold it together. It's as if all 1.3 billion of us are making a cake together. When it's baked, will the slice I get meet my minimum requirements? If it can't even do that, then society is in danger. So for China's political stability, justice is extremely important.
Haidian People's Court in Beijing proclaims the primacy of the law with extracts from China's constitution carved in marble across its lobby. People's Congress Deputy Wu Qing goes one better. She keeps a copy with her at all times.
Wherever I go, I really do carry the Constitution. I quote Article 5 a lot. The People's Republic of China is ruled according to the law. No organization or individual can be above the Constitution and the law. This includes the ruling Chinese Communist Party.
A judge in Jiangsu province is hearing a dispute over obstructed access to natural light.
这也比较清楚了。那么今天呢，安排调解一次，希望大家实事求是啊，本着解决问题的这个诚意，把矛盾解决掉。那么从小的时候吧
When I was young, I always respected judges.
法官。那么所以我后来呢，这个中学毕业以后
Just as I was finishing middle school, our country was going through legal reform. So the court needed lots of people.
这个法院需要很多人啊，然后我就这个走进。
I came to work as clerk of the court and worked my way up.
从大一名书记员干起。
Some judges started off as caretakers or cleaners in the court, but now qualifications are needed. Even so, in 2005, 49% of judges still had no college degree.
确实我还没有
I haven't reached a high standard, a scholarly standard.
这种地步，那么我自己也感觉
I also feel that I haven't fully mastered some of the new laws and regulations. That's why it's so necessary for us to study.
所以我们很有必要进行学习。那么你看看就是
Whom does Wu Ping feel she is serving in her judge's robes?
也不易接，我也说了，我是一名法官。
I am a judge.
你先补充一下，我同时也是一名共产
At
党。
the same time, I am also a Communist Party member. So as a Communist Party member, I must do my duty. I work for the people, and I am their servant.
All positions in the courts are controlled by the Communist Party. So it's impossible for the courts to be free from the control of the party.
Our court has always heard cases independently. No party or government organizations have ever interfered.
But party officials often decide major cases in advance. And courts rarely take on tough ones, like those brought by victims of pollution, dispossession, corruption, cases of abuse by the authorities.
The independence of the judiciary is now most urgent. If a judge knows that the result of taking on a case is that he will be punished by city leaders, and that he'll lose his job and his comfortable lifestyle over it, then we would effectively be asking him to sacrifice himself. Can we ask him to make this sacrifice? If someone did it, I'd think he was a great man. But it's hard for us to encourage a judge to sacrifice himself.
Hundreds of thousands of people look not to the courts to secure justice, but to the ancient Chinese right to petition. Many travel long, hard journeys to Beijing, living rough in a makeshift community near the office where petitions to the government are submitted. To strengthen their cases, they spend precious money buying copies of China's laws from street vendors. Their quest for justice comes to dominate their lives. A woman whose son has been murdered by police. A pupil horrifically abused by his principal, who then beat up the boy's father. A mother whose son has been executed and is being denied access to his body for burial. Many become frustrated and disillusioned. In 2005, the Chinese authorities admitted that 80% of petitioners' cases are legitimate.
If 80% of people's petitions are justified, and the government and the law can't help them solve their problems, then the danger to society is very clear. The people don't trust their local governments. They don't believe in them.
According to one official survey, only a fraction of 1% of petitioners receive satisfaction. Officials mostly see them as a threat and embarrassment and send them off home. Or worse. China has a complete penal system devoted to re-education through labor. The women in this model camp outside Beijing have had no trial or legal defense, but have simply been sentenced in a police station for up to 4 years in labor camp. Their offences have involved drugs or sex or property, and some have caused what are called social disturbances.
The system of re-education through labour is aimed at petitioners, Falun Gong practitioners as well as petty criminals. Some of the people incarcerated in China have indeed done damage to society. At the same time, the people who have the strongest social conscience in China, the people with the greatest sense of justice, are also locked up.
There's an ideological dimension to the rehabilitation process. The idea that re-educated offenders will emerge from the camps remoulded as new people. There is talk about reforming the re-education through labour system, but new camps are being built alongside this one. Progressive people in the party have no illusions about the divisive problems facing China, and know that, after years of boom, fresh answers are needed.
Economic growth alone cannot solve our increasingly serious social problems, cannot stop the polarization of society, or narrow the rich-poor divide. Pure economic growth cannot solve our problems of political reform. If our political reform can't keep up, then the faster the economy develops, the more political problems there are likely to be.